M. Night Shyamalan's Trap gets an official Blu-ray and 4K announcement from Warner Brothers. Mel Gibson's war classic We Were Soldiers gets a 4K announcement from Paramount. Alien Romulus gets a potential 4K and Blu-ray release date. The new Crow film gets not one, but two new 4K Steelbook releases from Lionsgate. Lionsgate pulls a Universal and announces a 4K Steelbook of Imaginary months after the Blu-ray release. And Second Sight Films drops some bombshell announcements with the Blair Witch Project and Late Night with the Devil coming this fall. All this and more in the latest physical media report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, we are here for the Physical Media Report, episode 226, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of 4K and Blu-ray. And guys, look, we've got a lot to talk about today. And yes, I am pre-recording this on StreamYard yet again. I think, guys, look, because people seem to like the Physical Media Report last week. Some people seem to like when I just kind of go off the cuff. I think just for time purposes, because I really don't have a lot of time on the weekends to get all this stuff together, I'm going to start doing it this way moving forward. So if anybody has an issue with that, I do apologize, but I don't have the time on Mondays anymore, because I work Monday through Friday, to devote 7 or 8 hours on the weekend to be able to pull this off. So it's just much easier for me to do it this way. So this is the way we're going to be doing it going forward for the Physical Media Report, because otherwise I might just quit doing it altogether. But look, I'm excited, and I'm always excited to talk about the news, and I like to talk about it kind of in an off-the-cuff way anyway. That's kind of what the Physical Media Report is. It's just giving my thoughts on things, on announcements, and trying to give you all as much information as possible. So all the same information, it's just not going to be as edited as it usually is. And it'll probably run a little bit longer than it usually does because of that. But if I can, I'll try to leave some time codes down below just for some people that don't want to, discuss certain things and want to discuss certain other things. Not promising that, but I'll try to do that, moving forward. But look, guys, we got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. We've got rumors, we've got news and announcements, we've got deals. We've got what is new this week. There's a lot of stuff, guys, going on in the world of physical media. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cover every single bit of it, but we're going to talk about quite a bit for sure. But before we get into it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave me a comment down below of everything that we talk about here today. What are you the most excited about? What are you the most amped up for? And what gets those juices flowing the most? Let me know in that comment section below. And let's just go ahead and get right into it with Alien Romulus. So I was browsing the Bluray.com forums, and I saw... Look, guys, there was no real doubt that we weren't going to get Alien Romulus on 4K and Blu-ray, but it is Disney, so there's always a little bit of doubt. But Alien Romulus on Bluray.com, the forums, is supposedly going to be getting a 4K and a Blu-ray release with a speculated release date of November the 19th. So this movie just came out in the theaters a couple of weekends ago, and it states right here that it's on Amazon.com. I think I did click on that. I'm trying to remember. I'm struggling to remember. I think I did click on that, and it did provide a link to pre-order Alien Romulus, but there's no price point. There's no release date. It's going to be coming to 4K and Blu-ray again with a speculated release date of November the 19th. So if you're excited to get Alien Romulus on physical media, I feel like that movie, when it first came out, like, people were saying it was great, and now I'm seeing like a lot of backlash for it. Like, I still want to go see it in the theaters. I just haven't got around to seeing it just yet. But if I don't make it, I'll definitely buy the 4K, add it to the Alien collection. I'm definitely a fan of the franchise for sure. And it's got to be better than Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection. It's got to at least be better than those two, which I consider to be abominations. But I love the first two so much. And I love Fede Alvarez as a filmmaker. So I will definitely pick that one up at some point. But let me know if you're going to pick up Alien Romulus on physical media in the comment section below. So let's get into, so that's the rumor, guys. That's a rumor. I lump that in the rumor category just because it's not officially announced yet. But let's go ahead and get into the first official announcement. So we talked about this a few weeks ago in the rumors, but we have an official announcement for Trap. M. Night Shyamalan's new film Trap is coming to 4K. It's also coming to Blu-ray. So nice to see that we're not going to have to worry about this coming out on Blu-ray and then a few months later it comes to 4K. Warner Brothers is usually pretty good about that. They don't do that kind of stuff as often as Universal. But, again, it's nice to see, and we're gonna talk about that kind of stuff when we get a little bit later in the episode, guys, but it's nice to see we're getting, on the initial release, a 4K and a Blu-ray, for Trap, and that's going to be coming out, guys. Sorry, I do have the release dates here. November the 5th is when this is coming out from Warner Brothers, and we're getting a 4K and a Blu-ray. This can have HDR and Dolby Atmos and new special features as well, or I guess you would classify them as just special features. They're not new because this hasn't gotten a release yet. But so cool. I'm excited to watch Trap. I didn't see it in the theaters. I know the movie I feel like it kind of got shit on a little bit. But I feel like there are people that did like it. I feel like I'll enjoy it just because I enjoy most of M. Night's films, even the ones that some would consider to be really bad. And I like Josh Hartnett enough. I feel like I'll be able to enjoy that film on some level. So I'm excited to get that 4K. When I get it, I'll definitely be talking about it on the channel a little bit more. So let me know if you're excited for Trap on 4K in the comment section below. We've also got We Were Soldiers announced by Paramount. So this is coming out on November the 5th as well. This is going to be an upscaled 4K. And as of right now, when I'm looking at the specs on Bluray.com, this could change because there was no audio in the specs either. But there's no HDR or Dolby Atmos announced for this. So I don't know if this is going to be an HDR list and Dolby Atmos list, or not Dolby Atmos, but Dolby Vision. There was none of that announced. I'm sure, look, it's a war film. Like, I would think that Paramount would include Dolby Atmos, but again, there's no audio specs as of this time. But let me know if you're excited for We Were Soldiers. I have seen We Were Soldiers. I've only seen it one time. It was never one of my go-to war films when I was a kid. If we're talking Mel Gibson, we're talking war. Of course, we're talking Braveheart. Of course, we're talking The Patriot. I love The Patriot. For whatever reason, like, I liked Braveheart. I watched it a few times when I was a kid, but I love The Patriot. I watched The Patriot like over and over again. So it's cool to get another Mel Gibson war film in 4K. Always good to get war films in 4K because those movies tend to look really gorgeous on 4K. So let me know if you're excited for We Were Soldiers. Hopefully there's an announcement of some HDR, some Dolby Vision as we progress forward, but that's going to be coming out on November the 5th. We've also got, are you excited for this, guys? This just came out in the theaters this weekend. We've got The Crow. A steelbook for this was announced. I believe this is the Amazon exclusive steelbook. So Lionsgate usually the weekend of, like, they did this with Borderlands as well. I guess they know their movies are going to tank, so they just get the steelbook announcement out there like immediately, which I think is kind of counterproductive to getting people to go to the theater to see their movie. It's like, well, you didn't want to go to the theater to see it. Obviously, it didn't make any money. Here's a steelbook. It's coming. Pre-order that, please, and help us make our money back on this movie. Look, I like Lionsgate. I do like Lionsgate. I think that I think as a studio, they've kind of gone downhill with their physical media releases in the past year with some of the steelbook options that they've given us. It doesn't seem like they're upgrading a lot of stuff to 4K. Giving us a lot of cool catalog titles on 4K this year. It's mostly just the new release films, but they can still make a damn cool steelbook. And this Crow steelbook does look pretty awesome. So that's the cover right there, and then you got the inside as well. Let me know what you think of that. I think it's pretty cool. I like the black and white aesthetic, kind of the hand-drawn aesthetic for sure. But that is the Amazon exclusive steelbook. We also got a Walmart exclusive steelbook that was announced as well, and I think this one looks pretty damn cool as well. I like the red and the black, and kind of the black and white fused with the red. I think that looks really cool. But let me know if you saw The Crow in the theaters this weekend. I don't know. I don't know how well that movie did at the box office as of right now. I really haven't had time to look, but I had no interest in seeing that movie at all. I don't know if I'll get that steelbook or not. I might get the steelbook, but I, again, really have no interest in getting the steelbook. And I think that the pre-order is like $34.99, and I think it's $34.99 on both Amazon and Walmart, so it's the same price. So there you go, guys. Lionsgate wants to make its money back on The Crow. So if you want to support Lionsgate, I know there's people out there that might get both The Crow steelbook on Walmart and on Amazon. So let me know if you're excited for that in the comments section below. The Dos Crows steelbooks. We also got Imaginary. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like Lionsgate. Lionsgate 2024 is just not like, this is a beautiful steelbook though. It really is. But Lionsgate 2024 is just not impressing me. They're not they're not hitting it like they were in 2021, 2022. I wanted to make a video about this, but I also didn't want to be like super negative because maybe there's just some restructuring going on over there, and they're dealing with a lot of crap right now and backlash for some of their movies that they're releasing. So it's like I don't want to pile on Lionsgate anymore. You know, they've done really good work for us in the past, and I have appreciated a lot of what Lionsgate has done in the past. But recently, guys, in 2024, since they've switched their Steelbooks over to Walmart, the prices have gone up. The releases have gone down, like, and the re-releases have gone way up. Like they're just re-releasing a bunch of stuff. The new Walmart Steelbooks that I think are pretty cool. The Bloody Disgusting Steelbooks, which they've always done stuff like that, but it's always been alongside like other cool catalog 4K steelbook releases. Like we used to get 2 or 3 of those a month alongside like new releases and all their, you know, re-release steelbooks and horror steelbooks and stuff. We used to get some cool catalog, you know, steelbooks that they released out, like, you know, La La Land comes to mind, Hell or High Water, Apocalypse Now, like American Psycho, like Reservoir Dogs. They were hitting. Young Guns just last year was a really awesome steelbook with like cards in it. Like they were just hitting it like out of the park the past like 3 years. And 2024, I don't know if it's a restructuring period or if they're just like, you know, trying to figure things out or what, but it's like they haven't released hardly anything. Like Wind River is maybe like the coolest thing they've announced all year because that's a great film. And I really wanted to see that come to 4K, but that's really like their only catalog title that they've announced upgraded to 4K with a nice, cool steelbook. So I don't know what's going on at Lionsgate. I hope they figure things out soon. I don't want to pile on them. I don't want to shit on them because they've done such great work for us in the past, and they got me back into steelbooks, like with their cool ideas and their slipcovers and cool artwork. And I think a lot of other studios and even boutique labels have taken a cue from Lionsgate. And I think we get better steelbooks now because of what Lionsgate did in their transition to how they do steelbooks and market steelbooks. So I got to give them some credit there, but let's get back to Imaginary. Imaginary was a film that came out on Blu-ray, but no 4K when it first came out. So this is Lionsgate kind of pulling a Universal. So if you picked up Imaginary on Blu-ray, now a 4K Steelbook's announced, you might be a little bit pissed that you're not getting that teddy bear in 4K unless you double dip. But again, really cool Steelbook right here. I think the artwork is fantastic. I did not hear a lot of great things about Imaginary, so I don't know if I'm chomping at the bit to get this film on 4K. But look, I never picked up the Blu-ray because again, I didn't hear the best things. I think you can get the Blu-ray for like $15 right now. So maybe I'll get this 4K still, but because look, it's a really cool, it kind of reminds me of the just with like the black light kind of look and aesthetic, kind of reminds me of the Belly Steelbook a little bit, to be honest, which was another great Lionsgate Steelbook. But this comes out on October the 1st, again, from Lionsgate. Let me know if you're excited to see Imaginary on 4K, guys. And I will also point out, Imaginary does not have, because I give Sony crap about this, so I'm going to give Lionsgate a little crap about this, but you got Imaginary does not have a 4K, but it's got a 4K Steelbook, and it doesn't look like, at this time, now they could announce it later on, but it doesn't look like Imaginary is getting a standalone 4K with a slipcover. Which, again, I want options. Usually Lionsgate is very good about giving us options, at least for their newer films when they put them out on physical media. But let me know if you're excited for Imaginary 4K Steelbook coming out from Lionsgate October the 1st. That is actually the day before my birthday, so maybe I'll treat myself to a nice birthday present of Imaginary. Let's talk about The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz is getting an 85th anniversary 4K edition. I talked about this on my live stream the other night, but this is coming out from Warner Brothers on November the 5th. It's a nice box set steelbook release. So it's one of those box set steelbook combinations. And when this was first announced, I assumed it was going to be a UK exclusive because it's kind of the style of what the UK usually does with their Warner Brothers titles. But this is available in the States, guys. It's on groove.com right now to pre-order for $55.99, I believe. And it's on Amazon to pre-order for $82 or something. So hopefully that price on Amazon goes down a little bit. I'll link all the pre-orders down below, guys. If you want to get any of these titles, if you want to pre-order them, if there are links available, I will leave them down below in the description. But usually with Amazon, they'll have the prices at like full, MSRP when it comes out, and then they'll lower it when it gets closer to a release date. That's usually how it works with Amazon. But The Wizard of Oz, look, I love the movie. I grew up with the movie. It's one of my favorites of all time. It's a fantastic film. I do have the movie on 4K. I don't know if I need this. Like, it's a really nice box set, but I don't know if I need this. Like, I love the Wizard of Oz, but I don't love it like that to get a nice box set. And to be completely honest, the artwork's just okay to me. Like I like the witch silhouette in the background, the snow globes, all that stuff's really cool, but it just doesn't like pop for me. I don't know. Like I like the cover that Warner Brothers did for Wizard of Oz. I don't know if that one's divisive or not. I know Warner Brothers usually does divisive artwork. I don't know if people don't like that, but I kind of like that. I like the tornado in the background and all that kind of stuff. So I like the Warner Brothers 4K slipcover that I got right now. So I don't know if I need this. And there's nothing different. Like they're not adding it. The release that came out a few years ago, I think back in 2018 or maybe 2019, had the Dolby Vision, had the HDR, had all the same features. So it's not going to have anything different. It's just going to be a Steelbook, and it's going to have, which I like how the Steelbook's different artwork than the actual like case. I think that's pretty cool. But it's going to have the art cards and all that stuff. And you're going to get a Blu-ray, you're going to get a 4K digital code, all that. But it's going to have all the same special features that it had with the previous release. So let me know if you're excited for the Wizard of Oz. Did I say when that comes out? That comes out on November the 5th. It's available to pre-order on Amazon and Groove right now, and it's coming out from Warner Brothers. So let's talk about I'm trying to, did I skip something? I believe I skipped something. Let's talk about SpongeBob. Let's talk about the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. So we just got a steelbook for the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and now we are getting a standalone slipcover from Paramount on November the 12th. So what do you guys think about this? You know, if you picked up the steelbook, like I said, we want our options, but I do feel like it's a little bit of a dirty move to really, not as dirty though, I will say, as releasing the standard 4K and then a few months later doing the steelbook, because I feel like the steelbook collectors, you know, they'll pick up the standard 4K and maybe they wanted a steelbook and they feel like they have to buy it later on because it's a steelbook and they're collectors and they have to get it. I don't feel like slipcover people are like steelbook collectors. Like if you picked up the steelbook and you see this standard 4K announcement, you're probably going to be like, I don't need to pick that because I got the steelbook. Whereas steelbook collectors, if a standard's announced first, they'll grab that maybe because they wanted the movie on 4K. And then the steelbook gets announced and they're like, I'm a steelbook collector, I got to get this. So I feel like it's a little bit better to do the slipcover after the steelbook, if that makes any sense to anybody else. But it's a nice slipcover. I didn't pick up the steelbook for this. And like I said, I want options for movies. So it's nice that Paramount's putting out an option. But again, can we not get this like together? Could you all not get a steelbook? And it could be as simple as like the steelbook sold really well and they want to give people more options. I don't really know, but this is coming out November the 12th. And but I do think it's kind of curious. Again, I know it's not perfect, guys, how the studios operate and stuff, and they're testing the waters, and physical media just it's a very turbulent time right now for physical media, right? And I'm sure that they're doing their best. Most of them are, all of them except for Disney at this point, right? When it comes to physical media and trying to figure out like how to roll this stuff out. I get it, but at the same time, it's like, can we not get this together? Like, can we not get the standard 4K, the steelbook? Like, that's my only issue because we want the options like present, you know, at the time of release, so we know what we're getting ourselves into with these, and we know where to prioritize our money, you know, at this point. But let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. Let's talk about Breakdown. It's getting a standalone 4K edition now. This is up, like it's in the States. It is not just a UK release of Breakdown. Breakdown is supposed to be getting a US release from Paramount on 4K on October the 8th, and this is going to have Dolby Vision and HDR. So whereas Friday the 13th, we talked about this on my live stream last week, this is up on Bluray.com as well, but it has a release date of October the 7th, so that would indicate it's still a UK release and not official to come to the States on a standalone 4K. Now, both of these are in the Paramount Scares Volume 2 box set that's coming out on October the 1st. So Breakdown is supposed to be coming out a week after on October the 8th. Now, this is also interesting because Breakdown had a Paramount Presents release that came out, I believe, back in 2021. And they're seemingly right now with the Paramount Presents line, they're upgrading stuff within the line. So why would they do a standard release of Breakdown when they could do a Paramount Presents release of Breakdown? And the Paramount Presents Blu-ray release of Breakdown is sold out. Like you can't get it. Like it's, I think it's like 70 or 80 bucks on Amazon right now. So it is sold out. It's out of print. So why wouldn't you re-release Breakdown on 4K within the Paramount Presents line and upgrade it and still have the cool slipcover with a fold-out poster like you're doing with all the other Paramount Presents titles like To Catch a Thief or Ghost on 4K? Like, why do the standard 4K? It's just very inconsistent. And again, like it's small problems, guys. It's small physical media problems. And I know I'm going to sound like I'm nitpicking, but it's just these inconsistencies just kind of drive us mad, right? As collectors, it's like, okay, so you started upgrading within the line, but for this title breakdown, you're going to do a standard 4K. You're not going to upgrade within the Paramount Presents line. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. And maybe they'll announce that they will, because I don't know if this got like an official announcement, if it's just up for pre-order. Maybe they will announce it's a Paramount Presents. Maybe this is just a stand-in, picture right here, image of breakdown on 4K. I don't know 100%. Because there's just a lot of weird things going on right now with the 4Ks and the Paramount Scares Volume 2. Are they releasing them all standalone? Because if they're doing them all standalone to coincide with the release of the Paramount Scares box set and not doing any exclusives, because at that point, what do we got in the box set that's exclusive? World War Z also has a release, a 4K release from Screen Factory. Is it just Orphan First Kill at that point that is exclusive to the box set? And at that point, you might as well release that standalone as well. So it's just, it's very strange right now. I love Paramount, and they're going through their own troubles right now. We talked about that the other night with the, the shifting to Skydance, and is physical media in trouble with Paramount? Maybe they're just trying to push all this stuff out while they still can. I don't know, but let me know what you think about Breakdown getting a standalone. Like, this is up on the schedule, guys, October the 8th to come out. And Friday the 13th part 2 has a UK pre-order as of right now, but does not have a in the States pre-order as of right now. Let's talk about, look, guys, I am excited to talk about these. I'm excited to talk about these. We got two really awesome second sight. One is a 4K, one is a Blu-ray announcements this past Friday. I almost made a standalone video, but I thought I would just wait for the physical media report. But the Blair Witch Project is getting the second sight Blu-ray box set treatment. So this is not a 4K release. This comes out on November the 11th. And remember, guys, the second sight releases are UK exclusive. So you have to pre-order this from their website. Diabolic has it up on their website, and Orbit as well. If you live in the States, Orbit and Diabolic, like, that's the way to go. Like, they make it super easy for you to import this stuff, and you don't have to pay the shipping costs that Second Sight may charge you. So I do want to point that out. But the Blair Witch Project is coming out on November the 11th. This is a new restoration from the High 8 videotapes and 16 millimeter elements approved by the producers and the editors. So it's very important to note here with this particular release that they have come out and said that no release of the Blair Witch Project from VHS all the way to Blu-ray has ever gotten the picture right, or the way that it was originally intended or shot. They've never got it right on home video. And this is the first release that has gotten what it actually should have looked like right on home video. So I don't know exactly what that means, like what's going to be the difference between this and the Blu-ray and all the past home video releases that we've seen before. But apparently they've never gotten this right. Nobody that's put this out on home video, Lionsgate, nobody that's put this out has gotten the Blair Witch Project right on home video until now. They got the picture looking exactly how it was always supposed to look. So this is the definitive version. I know we got a ViaVision one coming, or an imprint one coming. I think Lionsgate's doing their own release this year as well. That hasn't been announced yet. But this, according to the producers, the editors, the director, is the release to get. It's the second sight Blu-ray box set release. And look at this, guys. I pre-ordered this so freaking fast. I did. I'll be honest. Like, I don't care. It's not 4K. Blair Witch Project, to me, doesn't really need to be in 4K. If they got it looking the best it's ever looked and the way it's supposed to look, that's all I need to know. So I am happy to get this box set right here. Now, what this thing includes, guys, is you got the theatrical cut, you got the festival cut, and you got the originally screened version. So you got 3 different versions on here. Now, this is Region B locked because this is a Blu-ray. None of this is 4K. So this is Region B locked, as is most, second sight Blu-ray releases. I think maybe all of them are. So that is another important thing to note. If you live in the States, you have to have a region-free player to be able to get this and play this on your home video setup. You also have a new feature-length documentary here. So a brand new documentary. I imagine it's going to be like 90 to 100 minutes. Brand new documentary. You have deleted scenes and other archival stuff as well. So a brand new, like, lengthy, full-length feature documentary, guys. That is definitely huge with this release. You got deleted scenes, like I said. You got a 184-page hardback book with new essays. Look at that hardback. I love it. Love it when Second Sight does the hardback book treatment to their releases. So freaking awesome. You also got a journal down here as well, Heather's journal, and 3 art cards with this as well. So yeah, you got a freaking journal. I don't know what's in that. Maybe some notes that Heather wrote down while she was filming the movie, or like the characters supposed to have been writing down while they were doing the movie. I don't know what they're going to do with that book, but you got the big hardback book. You got Heather's journal. Like, this is the definitive release for Blair Witch Project. Now, I will say, I wish they would have done what Imprint did and maybe threw the second one in there as well, Book of Shadows. I think that would have been cool if they would have done that, but they didn't. I would have liked a, triple pack with, Adam Wingard's Blair Witch as well, but there is something to be said for just the definitive, like, Blair Witch Project, because the Blair Witch Project is one of the most important horror films of all time. But it would have been cool to maybe not promote this as a double pack like Blair Witch, first one and Book of Shadows release, but to just throw it in as like a special feature, to just throw in Book of Shadows as a special feature, as an extra movie into the box set. I think that would have been much appreciated. Other than that, it's a gorgeous box set. I love Second Sight, so I'm getting this 100%. Like I said, there's a standard release. There is a standard release available as well. I hadn't said that yet. Standard release, so just a regular Blu-ray case. If you don't want to get the box set treatment, you can cut the price pretty much in half and just get the regular standard case release. And this is available to pre-order on the Second Sight website, both of those editions. And you can also get it on the Second Sight. You can also get it on Diabolic and Orbit as well. How long this is going to be in stock, I don't know. I can see this one selling out pretty damn quickly because this is a very popular movie. So you might want to jump on that as soon as possible. Next up, guys, we have Late Nights with the Devil. So this is one of my favorite horror films of 2024 so far. Such a great movie. Now, this is a 4K. This is a 4K, which is interesting because it's kind of a found footage movie, and I would lump it in that genre of found footage, but it's a way more cinematic found footage movie than most found footage movies are. So I can see this one coming to 4K and it looking really damn awesome on 4K. So I'm all for this movie being put out on 4K. I'm excited for it. The release that's coming out from Umbrella is not 4K. It's a Blu-ray. There's also a Steelbook coming out in the States. It is Blu-ray as well. I think there's an overseas German 4K release, but this is 4K, guys. And to me, this is the definitive version. I love the artwork on this one. I think it's so freaking awesome. You got the actor David Dastmalchian, I believe is his name, with the freaking Satan pitchfork. Like, that is awesome. I love the artwork on this. I think it's super damn cool. I think it's better than the Umbrella one, I'll be honest. Like, the Umbrella one comes with a VHS tape if you got the big package and everything, but I love this set right here. I think it's super awesome. So I pre-ordered this one again so fast because I do love the movie and I want this definitive edition of Late Night with the Devil. So this is coming out on October the 28th, which is a great release date for this, 3 days before Halloween, because this movie takes place on Halloween in the 70s. This has Dolby Vision. It has HDR. You have a new audio commentary here. You have 5 new interviews. You have behind the scenes and a Q&A with the cast and crew. You have a 120-page book and 6 collector art cards. You have a standard 4K and Blu-ray as well. So you have this 4K box set. I don't think you have a Blu-ray box set, though. You have a 4K box set with all the fixins, like I'm showing off right here. Then you have a standard 4K if you want to cut that price in half. And then you have a standard Blu-ray if you just want to go the Blu-ray route. And I think it'll still look really good on Blu-ray, guys. Like, again, this is kind of a found footage movie. I think it can look better in 4K, but it'll probably look really good on Blu-ray as well. So you can get the Blu-ray and still get all the great special features and the new audio commentary and all that stuff. So, but Late Night with the Devil, guys, super cool announcement. I talked about this on my live stream. Somebody brought up the question, who is winning the year so far as the boutique labels? And I didn't really have an answer. I kind of just said everybody's kind of doing good things, but I think the real answer to that is Second Sight Films. Like, Second Sight is knocking it out of the park, in my opinion, in 2024. And sometimes I don't think about Second Sight because, again, they're an overseas label and they're not at the forefront. They don't announce as much stuff, it doesn't feel like, but when they announce stuff, they knock it out of the park. We got Hitcher coming. Your Next just came out, which I reviewed yesterday on the channel. Blair Witch Project, Late Night with the Devil, Possessor, Green Room. They've done so many, and Mean Streets and High Tension. Like, they've done so many great releases this year. So you got to give it to Second Sight. I think they win so far as boutique label of the year. They are just knocking it out of the park, and this kind of solidifies it, in my opinion. These two announcements: Blair Witch Project, Late Night with the Devil, just some incredible announcements, guys. So let's get into the next announcement. We got Rules of Engagement, which is a William Friedkin film. So we got more William Friedkin coming to 4K. This coming out from Kino Lorber, October the 22nd, and you got Dolby Vision and HDR with this release as well. Let's talk about Severin, because a lot of people, like, if we're talking Second Sight, like winning the year for boutique labels, a lot of people would say Severin just won the year with this announcement right here. All the Haunts BR. So this is the volume 2 of the Faux Horror box set. So they did a Faux Horror box set back, I think that wasn't that like 3 or 4 years ago now they did that? But that had, I think, like 20 plus like folk horror movies from again, classic folk horror movies from the past. This has a lot of them as well. We'll get into the details here in a second, but a lot of people would say that Severin won the year with this one. All the Haunts BRs, a compendium of folk horror, volume 2, and getting into what all is in this box set right here. You got 13 discs. You got 24 international folk horror classics, I imagine ranging from all sorts of time periods. You know, again, I didn't look into the specific details. I don't even know if they've really announced like all the movies that are in here as of yet. Maybe they did on their website, but I did not see it on Blu-ray.com. You got 55 plus hours, combined hours of special features. Like, that's just incredible, guys. That's just incredible. You got a 252-page hardcover of newly commissioned folk horror fiction. So again, freaking awesome, freaking incredible. Now, I've always wanted to get that folk horror volume 1 box set, because I do look, the folk horror stuff that I've seen, like if you count the Wicker Man as folk horror, if you count the Witch as folk horror, which I think that some people do, I like that stuff and I want to dive deeper into that stuff, but I never pulled the trigger on it. I want this so bad. It's going for like $250, but I have to ask myself, like, am I going to watch all these films when I get it? Probably not. So maybe pump the brakes on it. It is a beautiful box set though. Like, if you watch all the films in the folk horror box set, if you're super into this stuff, like, I can see being super excited for this box set for sure. And Severin has had a pretty incredible year. They have had a pretty incredible year, and I think this puts the icing on top of the cake, the cherry on the sundae. I think that's a better analogy for Severin. But really incredible box set. You can get this only on Severin's website as of right now. And again, I would suggest you maybe jump on it fast, because it's a big, highly anticipated box set. From what I was seeing on social media, a lot of people are super excited and super hyped up for it. So it might sell out. It might sell out, but it's going for like $250. Like, it is very expensive for that folk horror box set. But let me know what you think about that, guys. Let me know what you think about the Second Sight announcements. Let me know what you think about everything I talked about on today's episode in the comment section below. We've also got Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey getting a Blu-ray Steelbook. This is coming out from Shout Factory Screen Factory on October the 8th. So this is going to be a Walmart exclusive Steelbook that is coming out. So yeah, I anticipated this. I haven't talked about this yet. But I will be talking about Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 in a video, the umbrella version. So definitely look for my thoughts on that. But I did call out in that video that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 will probably be getting a Steelbook release from Screen Factory, just like the first one did. But it's official, guys. October the 8th. Are you excited for it? Let me know in the comment section below. We've also got Planes, Trains, and Automobiles getting a 4K Steelbook announcement from Paramount. And this is an Amazon exclusive, guys. So you can only get this on Amazon. And it's coming out on November the 12th, just in time for Thanksgiving, because this is a Thanksgiving comedy movie. So yeah, I have this Steelbook. I have this exact Steelbook. It's a Blu-ray Steelbook that they released back in 2021, the year before they did the 4K. So I do have this Steelbook. I'm not going to get this because I have the 4K and I have the Steelbook, so I don't really need this combining the 4K. If anything, I'll just put my 4K inside the Steelbook and call it a Steelbook. So I wish they would have done something different, maybe did a nice slipcover edition or something. Like, given that this movie deserves a lot. Like, it really does. It's I'd say it's one of the most important, holiday movies. Like, it's up there with Christmas Vacation. Like, people love watching this movie every year. So I think it deserved another Steelbook, like not just a rehash Steelbook that you already did before. So you know, Paramount's do better. Do better next time with planes, trains, and automobiles. That's all I'll ask right here. And guys, let me bring up Blu-ray.com because we don't have a ton of deals going on. I'll go ahead and mention it, but the Groove Crazy Day sales is still going on as of right now. I'll link it down below. Again, same as last week. You got 3 4Ks for $30. You got 3 Blu-rays for $24. You got some other like discounted options for Blu-rays. I think it's like the clearance Blu-rays, out of stock Blu-rays, something like that. I actually picked up a couple of titles from there recently, but get on Groove. They got excellent sales going on. And let's jump on Blu-ray.com. Let me share this for you guys real quick. Bam, bam, bam. All right, so we're on Blu-ray.com, and there's some good deals going on, but there's not a bunch of like fantastic deals like there usually is. But we've got American Hustle 4K Steelbook. If you missed out on that, it is $20.49 right now. Like I thought about picking that up, but I've spent too much money lately, so I'm not as of right now. But that's a good price point for that Steelbook. It was $30 when it first came out. We've got also Star Trek First Contact dropped to $14.99. You got a Shrek 6 movie collection for $35.99. That is Blu-ray. It's not 4K. A Sonic 2 movie collection. This is a Steelbook set, I'm pretty sure, for $23.19. We've also got Batman Hush for $10.99 as well. And the John Wick set, Blu-ray set, is still $17.99. You got Star Trek Insurrection on 4K for $14.49. You've got the Oceans trilogy is $47.99 right now. That's a great deal for that set. Like that's a really solid box set from Warner Brothers. Those movies look really great on 4K. And we got Twister still at $19.97. So pretty much all the deals we've been talking about. Casino is $10.13. Like I've talked about Casino so much on this channel on 4K. Like that is one of the best. I would even maybe say that's the best like studio 4K I've ever seen. That looked so fantastic. So I highly recommend Casino on 4K if you don't have it yet. $10 is an absolute steal. The Train to Busan, a double pack with Peninsula, is $16.96. You also got the Fall Guy for $24.99. So some good deals on here for sure, but it's, you know, it's not like it has been, I feel like. You got Spring Breakers if you want to get that. A24 film is $11.99 right now. One from the Heart on 4K is $26.30. I think that was like $40 when it first came out. So some decent stuff going on right now for deals on Amazon. I'll link all that stuff down below in the description. Any other deals that drop, because I filmed this a full day before I actually drop it. Any other deals that drop on Amazon, I will link down below in the description, guys, as I will all the pre-orders for all the stuff that I talk about. The pre-orders of the stuff that's coming out this week, also the stuff that's coming out in the coming months. The deals, just look down below in the description, guys. I got everything that I talk about on the Physical Media Report. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into what is new this week. And I got to bring this back up. I don't know why I got rid of this. And bam, because I will be needing this when I get to it. Sorry, guys. This is the nature of me doing this kind of live is how I'm doing it right now. But all right, let's talk about it. We got Sudden Death is coming out on 4K. I'm excited to get this. I haven't got my shipping notification. I got this from Orbit. Got to take a drink. I ordered this from Orbitz, and I thought I would have got my shipping notification by now, but I haven't, so I'm disappointed. This is coming out on 4K from Kino Lorber for $27.99. We've also got Poltergeist 2 coming out on 4K. I got this pre-ordered with Sudden Death, so I'm supposed to be getting these two together. So hopefully I get my order this week. This is coming out from Screen Factory for $32.99. We've also got the Mexico Trilogy, which I have reviewed on the channel already. If you missed that review, go back and check it out. But this is getting a trilogy box set from Arrow Video for $73.62. Now, I did talk about it. That price on Amazon has dropped down. And I believe, sorry, guys, the price on Amazon was $99.99, but it's dropped down to $73.62 as of right now. And it is currently, I believe, $70 on the Arrow Video website, and it's $65 on Diabolic. So you might want to go Diabolic if you want to get this. But there is also a Desperado 4K Steelbook as well that is coming out, and there's no price point on this, so I don't know if it's sold out yet, but it is on Arrow, I believe, still for $40, and Diabolic, I think, for $40. We got The Watchers coming out this week from Warner Brothers on 4K for $27.95 and Blu-ray for $22.95. I should be getting this one in at some point, and I will be giving it a watch for sure. But this is another one that I did not hear the best things about when it came out. We got a gorgeous Drive 4K Steelbook coming out from Sony on August the 27th for, well, sorry guys, of course, this week, August 27th for $34.49. So look, I got the best Drive set that there is with Second Sight. I don't need this, but damn it, I want it. Damn it, I want it so bad. It is such a nice Steelbook. I'm gonna wait though. I'm gonna wait. If it sells out, it sells out, but I'm gonna wait. And hopefully it'll drop in price. And when it drops in price to like the American Hustle Steelbook or Fright Night, what it currently is at $19.50, I might jump on it and grab it because I do love the film. But it is good for people in the States if you didn't get the Second Sight one because it's the UK edition and you want this movie on 4K. It's a cool release and such a gorgeous Steelbook. I love this Steelbook so much. We've also got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes getting a 4K release for $49.99, a Blu-ray for $24.99, and a 4K Steelbook for $34.96. So I forgot to switch the images, guys. So you got the Blu-ray, you got the 4K Steelbook. Here's a more sprawling image of the 4K Steelbook right there. So I watched this on Hulu, I think last weekend, and I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite Apes movie. I would still put the 3 previous ones above this one, but I enjoyed it. It was good for what it was. It felt a lot smaller scale and a lot smaller stakes, if that makes any sense. But I did enjoy the movie. I'll get it at some point, but I'm not in any hurry to grab this one. We've also got Double Jeopardy getting a 4K release. This is a 25th anniversary edition coming out from Paramount for $28.99. Again, another Paramount Presents release that they're upgrading to 4K. Or no, that was a 4K within the Paramount Presents line, but they're giving a standalone 4K edition too. If you for people that want to pay a little bit of a lower cost, but I don't think there's any of a difference here with this release as there was with the Paramount Presents release. I don't think they dropped any features or anything like that. We've also got Garfield coming out this week. The Garfield movie getting a Blu-ray release. This is coming out from Sony for $24.99. We've also got Succession coming out this week. Great show. I love Succession. It's 4 seasons, and I think it's just perfect pretty much from beginning to end. This is getting a complete series Blu-ray from Warner Brothers for $82.99. So if you haven't seen Succession, and you got HBO, I highly recommend watching this, or HBO Max or whatever the hell they're calling it. Such a great show. I may get this on physical media at some point just because I want to own it in the collection, but yeah, Succession, you got to watch it if you haven't seen it. It's one of the most well-written shows I've ever seen. You got Real Life. This is an Albert Brooks comedy that's getting a Criterion 4K release for $34.99, also a Blu-ray as well. And we've also got another Albert Brooks movie, Mother, is getting a 4K from the Criterion Collection for $34.99, and it's also getting a Blu-ray release as well. We've got High Crime coming out from Blue Underground for $41.99. We've got Focus getting a 4K upgrade from Warner Brothers. Doesn't look like it has a digital code or a Blu-ray here. Pretty bare bones 4K from Warner Brothers for $24.98. And we have Woman and The Offspring, which is a double pack, both movies on 4K from Arrow Video for $30.99. So we do have other releases that are coming out that I did not clip out, but I will get on Blu-ray.com again and just kind of run through those real fast. Reptilicus is coming out from Vinegar Syndrome. So that's a wide release now that is coming out. It's going to be available on Amazon for $44.98. So how Vinegar Syndrome works, guys, is all their releases come out first on the Vinegar Syndrome website, and then they'll put them out on Amazon like a month or so later. So you can always get the Vinegar Syndrome titles first on the Vinegar Syndrome website, and then Amazon will put them out usually for more a month or so later. So I recommend, just with the pricing with Amazon, what's going on right now, you get it from Vinegar Syndrome unless they drop these down to a more reasonable price. And because this is not on Vinegar Syndrome, you don't get the packaging, you don't get all the fixings with this. It's just the regular 4K case of Reptilicus coming out this week. So we'll go back down again, and sorry guys, it keeps going back and forth with me. All right. So we got a Chinese torture chamber coming out as well from Vinegar Syndrome. Intrepidus Punks is coming out. We've got Amanda the Alien coming out. We got Alphaville on 4K coming out from Kino Lorber. We got Blood Cults. A lot of this stuff is the Vinegar Syndrome partner labels or the Vinegar Syndrome titles. I'm not going to go into everything, but because it's already been released on Vinegar Syndrome. We got Last Year at Murrenbad 4K. This is coming out from Kino Lorber. We've got, and I imagine all the Kino Lorber 4Ks are $27.99. We got Pee-wee's Playhouse coming out this week, guys, on Blu-ray from Shout Factory. Let me click on that real quick. That is $78.99 on Amazon currently. And we've also got, there's a couple of cinematography releases coming out this week, which I have both pre-ordered. Thieves Like Us on 4K and Joyride are coming out this week from the cinematography line, or the Cinematograph, I think is how you pronounce it. We got Watchmen Chapter 1 getting a 4K release. I imagine it's getting a Blu-ray as well. We got Empire of Ants getting a Kino Lorber Blu-ray. We got Frogs getting a Kino Lorber Blu-ray. I think those are both Kino cult titles. We got Food of the Gods getting a Kino Lorber Blu-ray. That is also a Kino cult title. We got Discovery, Star Trek Discovery getting the final season getting a Blu-ray release. We got Squirm getting a Blu-ray release from Kino Lorber. That is also a Kino cult title. We got Castle of Blood getting a 4K release from Severin this week. We got Kingdom of Spiders. There's a lot of Kino cult stuff coming out this week, guys. Getting a Blu-ray release. William Shatner's in that movie. We got The Alaskans getting a Warner Archive edition. We got Nuts. Guys, we got Nuts coming out this week. It drives me nuts. A Man Called Tiger is coming out from Eureka. We got The White Dawn coming out from Kino Lorber. So there's a lot of stuff coming out from Kino this week. You got Nightcaller coming out. You got Hillbillies and a Haunted House coming out as well. My phone keeps going off, guys. I'm sorry. We got Words of Music coming out from Warner Archive. We got Three Little Words coming out from Warner Archive. The Proud Rebel coming out. We got Beetlejuice getting a 4K Steelbook that was supposed to come out last week. I don't know if it got delayed or what's going on. You got a Steelbook version of Star Trek Discovery coming out. It says Garfield's coming to 4K. Let me click on that real quick. But there's no official pre-order for Garfield on 4K, but it is on here to come out. Maybe it's getting released at some point. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this week. You got the Tremor 7 movie Steelbook that was supposed to come out last week. Maybe that was delayed as well. Terror Firma is coming out on Blu-ray this week. You got Ride coming out on Blu-ray this week. Heavenly Sword. I remember that PS3 game that came out back in the day. I guess it's getting a Blu-ray release this week. But look, guys, that is it. That is the Physical Media Report. I've been going for 47 minutes as of right now. That is the Physical Media Report, episode 226. Again, guys, I'm going to be doing it this way for the foreseeable future. I apologize if you like that shorter, more edited version, but this is the only way I can get this done at this point. It's just not possible for me to spend 8 hours on a Sunday to get all this stuff together and get all this information together on top of everything else that I'm doing for the channel. So thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on bell notifications for all future videos, and we'll see you next time.